Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Frag,
And I'm Gil.
and this is the Frag and Gill podcast radio show. Today's radio show is brought to you by the Psycho Succulent Golden Mom blog. The Psycho Succulent Golden Mom blog is a blog for anybody who is interested in succulents, i.e., you can find it at the psycho succulent golden mom blog.com. All right, Gil. First, we're gonna start out with some stocks, what the market trends are.
All right, let's see what that sucker's doing.
All right, so the Dow Jones is up 0.32%, S&P's up 0.35%,
Mm-hmm.
Nasdaq 0.34%, and the Russell is up 1.10%.
Yeah, any idea how close that is to getting back up to all-time highs, if not setting a new record one?
I do not. Do you?
I know it's close. Let me see if we can't find something.
Oh man. Well, while you sit and find that, I'm gonna transition over into some precious metal pricing. Uh, Gold's asking price right now is $1,817.47. This is roughly about uh, about $35 more expensive than it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Silver's asking price is $27.01. So it's starting to get a little
Yeah.
stagnant. It hasn't risen much. And then finally, platinum is at 1,100 and $1,131.89. What are you finding on that? Those market trends.
So for them all-time highs, looking at this, currently it's so close it ain't funny.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Shit.
If it keeps going the way it's going, the sucker will hit something new tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding. Today's episode, we're gonna talk about Gil and I's journey on this podcast, and today's Friday, February 5th, 11:56 a.m.
Now, what episode are we getting to on this thing? What,
This-
2, 3?
This is episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
You could check us out. We're on Patreon. We're on YouTube. We will be on Facebook.
Yeah, you're having what technical difficulties with that one on Facebook's
end.
end.
So the technical difficulties with Facebook is, so I made a profile with our company email. Our company email is fragandgillpodcast@gmail.com. So I had to make a personal account, and I made the personal account and I let it sit for a day, and I went to transition right into the business account or the business page, because you make a page off of your personal account. Anyways, Facebook flagged me because I said investing or whatever as something fake, a fake profile, and they blocked and restricted my profile. I had to submit a review, and now it's going to take 30 days to review. So I'm going to have to make the Frag and Gill podcast Facebook page off of my own personal Facebook. Fiasco, dude.
Shit, sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, show you guys the to-do list. Here's the to-do list right here. So we have create a website. I'm hiring somebody to do that, because that bad boy was just too much. Right here, the email. You can reach us at fragandgillpodcast gmail.com. When you like, subscribe, or whatever, if you want to get into contact us, if you want to interview, we do an interview section where we just talk about life, how you finance, how you invest, and our key question is, what would you tell yourself when you were 25? And if you're at 25 or younger than 25, what would you tell yourself when you started investing? The Facebook page. Well, you guys heard about the Facebook debacle. Enough said.
Hey, at least YouTube didn't give you no trouble, or did it?
No, YouTube did not give us.
Or not yet, anyways.
Yeah, not yet. I haven't been blocked off of there yet.
Knock on wood.
So YouTube, you guys can find us on YouTube. Frag and Gill podcast. Right now, I am a few paragraphs away in the description to uploading episode 1. And by probably like 8 o'clock tonight, later in the evening, we'll have our first 3 episodes up and ready to go for you guys.
Oh, so you're doing all 3 today?
I'm doing currency and money.
Mm-hmm.
Solo video with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing and then doing episodes 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next is Twitter. The infamous Twitter. Haven't even looked at it yet.
That's why it's on the list to do.
That's why it's on the to-do list. Instagram. Haven't even looked at it yet. I don't even want to play around yet.
That's why you're doing it. You got more time than I do to do it.
Yeah, and I mean it's been difficult because I'm a full-time student too.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday I got up at 6 o'clock. Took the dog out, did my morning routine, ate my everything bagel with cream cheese. I eat an everything bagel with cream cheese every single morning and drink a cup of coffee. That's my breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning. And finished my chemistry. I had a chemistry quiz and finished that out for the week. And then this morning I woke up at 6, take the dog out, whatever. I ran out of bagels yesterday. So,
oh no.
But today's Friday, so I said, hey, might as well take the lady out to go get some bagels, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I went to this little place called Seaside Bagel, got a everything bagel.
Sounds like that was on point.
Honestly, I liked my little homemade bagels better.
Yeah.
I didn't like how they were so heavy-handed with the bagel. So they were like thin. They weren't bready. I like a nice bready bagel. I'm a bread guy,
Mm-hmm.
You see this right here? That's from bread. See right there? That's my bagel. That's my
he ain't got no neck.
I mean, I got one. I just got 2 chins, But anyways, I'm not complaining or nothing. I'm just saying that
it's not more or less not your style of how you would do it, make it at home.
Oh no. I like fluffy bread, but I was talking about this journey we're on is that I had no idea how much work like this shit takes.
Nevertheless, having to learn all of it as you go too.
Yeah, dude.
And then try to figure it out.
And I've just finished that Gary V's Crush It, and I tell you what, it's just like it has been. He talks about like you having to grind and whatever. And don't get me wrong, I've worked some long days in my life, you know. But I mean, dude, like being in front of this computer for 14 hours a day and then going to bed unsatisfied because I didn't finish as much as I really wanted to. I mean, it's aggravating, and I guess it's somewhat demotivating because I have this mess of stuff to do when it comes to college. And bro, like my English teacher's trying to make me read this fucking little book about a seagull. And I'm
Who
sitting here,
cares? It's a freaking seagull.
I was like, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, honestly, man, it's like for every minute, every hour that I put into my school, it's taking away from this channel. It's taking away from our podcast. It's taking away from getting to where we want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Never was just everyday life.
Yeah, because here, I'll even show you guys. 1 second.
What's he going to go get? There ain't no telling with him. You gonna come back for that stack of books or what?
Yeah, so what we got right here is basically my fucking to-do list.
Oh, that school list.
This hasn't. This is the bio lab. It hasn't updated yet, so I don't know. Probably like once a week, I'm guessing. And then this is the lecture, the bio lecture part of the. Because you got when you take a science class like this, you get a lecture and a lab.
That way you get the book learning and go get the hands-on and mess with stuff.
Hands-on.
Yeah,
It's all online. So there ain't no hands-on.
Then what's the point of doing a lab then?
So they have a reason to take fucking $5,000 from these innocent, stupid little children that are in there.
Well, there you go.
That's what I could say. And then I have my chemistry, which chemistry is easy. It's basically all on Quizlet. But I guess with the powers invested in the fucking university, they decided that they want to use lockdown browsers on the test instead of letting. Dude, I could have every resource in the world and still get an 80% on the chemistry test. Yeah, because it's all math. You know what I'm saying? Like there ain't nothing that can help. If you don't understand math, then you don't understand math. Like period, plain simple. I'm not saying that I don't understand math, but if you put a formula in front of me with a bunch of numbers or letters and you want me to put in numbers, but I haven't seen somebody else do it, I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for me. It's not that I can't do it. It's just it's aggravating.
Oh yeah.
Here's my English. You know, reading books about seagulls and making memes. You know, a bozo can make memes. We're trying.
Oh yeah, we talked about that on yesterday's podcast, didn't we?
So I ain't gonna get too deep into it. And then personal finance, the most important class I'm taking right now. Today we were talking about budget, or not budgeting, but debt and credit. And man, I was sitting there and I was thinking, because I owe about $5,100 on my credit card. And I had that bad boy up to 55 during Christmas time.
You up there spending the big bucks, huh?
Man, I tell you what, I was spending big bucks. I mean, I've never had to pay a minimum payment because I usually pay it off. But I don't even. I basically don't even know how it's gotten that high. Maybe interest.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the interest just keeps compounding. I don't know.
Yeah, there you know. Do a bunch of little things on it. I don't know.
Yeah, mostly Amazon. I ain't buying nothing else up off Amazon because you think Amazon be cheaper. It's not. It's more expensive.
I mean, throw in shipping, and and that still gets you on taxes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
It's more expensive. It is more expensive to buy something off Amazon than it is to buy something off of like go out to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. So yesterday I had to go get some ink for my printer to print out my my investors certificates for their investments. And I looked it up on Amazon and it would have cost me $150 for ink alone.
Bro, ink cartridges is ridiculous. We're not even gonna get down that road. I'll be mad as hell over there.
and I tell you what, dude, it's just I'll show you. I paid $101 for a black ink cartridge, a colored ink cartridge, a pack of parchment printer paper, and these envelopes. And I'll show you and I'll explain to everybody what I got going on here.
And if I had to take a wild guess, the ink costs more than the printer, right?
I think so.
Yeah. What we got?
So right here, we got the Fergali Investment Trust Certificate of Investment. So this is a silver certificate. I have them in gold and platinum. So what this is my investor Miss Josephine Sauls. She's recognized. So this certification recognizes Josephine Sauls has invested in a 1-year silver trust. So what this pretty much is I have a investment business. You buy silver at spot price plus a $2 premium, and I store it in an undisclosed location with multiple security measures, multiple locked doors, multiple security cameras, motion detection, night vision, everything. And I hold it for a year, and I buy and sell throughout the year the silver as prices go up and down, and I pay out a 5% dividend on their investment. And if they want to reinvest their investment, I will front another 5% on top. So 10% of about 10% of the cost of silver, a bar of silver, is going to be coming from me to give more value to their investment. I have roughly 5 investors right now and this company was launched January 5th of last year. So my 1-month birthday is today. I've accumulated thank you. I've accumulated about $5,000 in investments. And I have those in a variety of precious metals and stocks and ETFs and whatnot. So that's what that is. But getting back to like the printer and stuff and the ink, Amazon. I think the fall of Amazon will come when we all least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that as soon as the nation gets the green light, mass exodus.
Yeah, it's probably.
But
It's possible.
You could be wrong too, and people could have gotten, complacent. They gotta.
Yeah, that's very possible. Get complacent, staying at home.
Oh,
Be like, man, why do I want to get out? Amazon can just bring it to my door.
And then the selection on Amazon is,
Ungodly.
None. You can get American Silver Eagles off Amazon.
Don't do that because their premiums are way up there.
Oh yeah. You can get toilet paper with Donald Trump's face on there. I saw that once. They have a clothing subscription, kind of like Stitch Fix.
Yeah.
And you could basically get whatever kind of clothing you want. Like they have like a designer or whatever. And like, be like, I want to dress like Gwen Stefani or whatever.
And all right, here you go. It's on its way.
Get some outfits, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You send it back.
Send it back.
But, dude, I think the hardest part about, starting this business that we have is like staying consistent.
Yeah, that's the key.
Because it's like every single day there's something new, and then there's a new problem.
Yeah, it's always something. Always
a new problem.
And one thing, it's another.
And I've spent probably like $300 thus far on this business alone. And I spent probably, I've probably only made like $150 off my investment business that I automatically took and reinvested into the precious metal itself. So I have collateral on top of my own, and I tell you what, I think that it'll probably be like a year or two before I even see any kind of return.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching a video yesterday, and they were talking about you need for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you're looking at 35 videos. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, it doesn't sound like it's like that much, 35 videos.
But yeah, time you take the time to make the videos, edit, have enough time to actually make the videos.
Yeah. Well,
and upload time, you spend hours.
This is the easy part.
Yeah, this is the easy part right here.
This is just talking. When it comes
time I get in my truck, go to work, you're over here on the computer, click, trying to get this thing up and out.
And I don't want, and this goes for everybody out there, don't sit here and think that this is like a one-man show and Gill's just riding on the back, all the way. I
will get off this thing. I will go get dressed and I'm out the door.
Yeah.
Till about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely. And not to mention that this man never let me walk anywhere when I didn't have a vehicle, We went
right. Get in, let's go.
Yeah. Funny story, the very first time you got your truck, when you had brought it back up from Alabama when you first bought it.
Yeah. I probably remember this story. Oh, you're talking about the time we got that thing stuck?
Oh, man.
That was a fiasco. That was a terrible spot.
And Gill will always take credit for figuring this shit out. But it wasn't your idea. It was
bullshit.
It was my idea. So we decided it'd be a great idea to take the bitch off road. You know, goddamn Chevy Silverado. You know,
Turns out the tank trail is a little too tight to turn around on.
so we're driving a tank down this tank trail.
Yeah, tank trails ain't as big as they sound.
and we ended up in this sand pit. And the sand, it was like moon dust.
Yeah, the joys of coastal Carolina.
And it probably had like a 30% incline on it.
Oh yeah, it was every bit of like this.
And and he tried to whip this thing around the old fucking 10-point turn.
Yeah, we couldn't keep going, and we ended up in the damn river.
And we got stuck. His left driver's side tire was off of the ground.
I was down on this little ditch thing. Man.
So we try to.
What we do, put some sticks under that thing first, didn't work.
Some dead little Tom and Jerry twigs, man. Broke it to a million pieces.
Until we broke the chains out in the damn strap.
So we
used that wheel as a winch.
Yep. And wrapped it around a big old tree. And Gill decided to just throttle it. And he sent he sent about 15 pounds of sand directly into my eyeballs. And
shit.
And the log that was supposed to be to use as leverage to get it out came flying up and hit me in my chin.
Oh, what a fiasco.
But we got out of there. Dude, I remember I was taking like sand. I was like dumping sand out of my shirt. You know, oh man, that was a good.
Like that one day, I still had the little Ford Ranger. Me and another guy had that big old Cummins. I was talking pretty much skipped across this mud hole, and he's about to go through. I'm like, no. If you get that thing stuck, was where we were at. Nobody would have found us because the tank it was marked, but the tank trail it really wasn't there. Because we were back there doing hood rat activities, looking for some hunting spots. And so ended up going around. And it's like, man, if they'd have got that thing stuck, I would have never been able to get him out.
So that you said you skipped the Ford Ranger.
Pretty much, because I think I hit that thing in third. When I hit that thing, slammed that bitch in second, and got them wheels spinning. Probably about the end of it, I wanted to sing, but it pulled on out.
Bro, I tell you what. Until they remade it, bro, you could not go wrong with a Ford Ranger, man.
No.
Ooh.
Them new one's about ugly, I think. But what do I know?
You know they got like a 10-speed automatic transmission.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I think I've seen stuff. I think some of them really got like 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just like, good Lord.
I told. I guess we could tell them another shenanigan. So.
Which ones?
We'll tell them about the rising river.
Oh yes, that was a great time.
So me and Gill decided it would be a good. Yeah, I mean it was beautiful. It was serene.
It was beautiful.
And me and Gill were like, "Hey man, let's go do some fishing." We rented this cabin in North Georgia. And we didn't. So we just thought like, oh, we were fishing this serene.
Ain't nothing crazy gonna happen. Little did we know, a dam upstream in Blue Ridge releases water. Was it what, every 4 hours or something like that?
It was like in the.
I don't remember. Yeah, I know they did it 2 or 3 times a day. So.
And so the dam would open up to turn on those generators. Man, that water came up so fast.
That current picked up so fast, that water come up so fast. Oh crap!
and I panicked, and I slipped, and water got in my waders, and I went just floating down that river, man.
Shit, I about did the same thing. I had my waders got filled up with water about where I couldn't get up and damn bank trying to get out the thing.
And we had to climb up this old slippery, wet bluff. And
God,
oh my!
That could have went like so bad, so quick.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't be making this damn podcast. That's for sure. Yeah, man, we'd been up shit's. Well, we would have been down shit's creek.
We'd have probably bailed out the waders and just find a float with it.
Not mine. There wasn't no way I was bailing out them waders. I couldn't get out of them things.
Pull the straps and.
Nah, man, there was suction, dude. Yeah, that shit sucked. That shit sucked dick.
And then you got 200 extra pounds of water hanging on to you.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, man, that was scary. I ain't about to lie, that was scary.
Yeah, like I said, I could have went bad quick.
I think that was one of the more scary things I've ever experienced, just because it was like, it was in a matter of seconds, dude. It was
just like bad.
And then it was
shoot. We about did it later that day too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got out.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, this water's picking up. I'm getting out this thing.
Because remember, it was so hard to tell.
Yeah, it was so hard to tell. You didn't know it till it was right there on top of you. It was almost too late. It's like, okay, this current's picking up a little. I'm getting the fuck out of this.
Yeah, no kidding. Did you make any investments this week?
Just some dividend reinvestment. That's all I've done this week.
And that was like Monday, right?
Yeah, it was like Monday or Tuesday. So I think we talked about this, the last podcast or the one before. I don't remember.
It's Friday, so it's just getting ready for the weekend. The weekend's pretty much reading back on the morning briefing. Go ahead.
So it's kind of hard to if you want to actually buy into stocks or anything. If this market keeps creeping up, it's like, man, do I really want to buy anything right now?
I see. That's the thing, though. Is I don't. It's so hard to. I want to know what stocks were the number one. Were the Apple, Teslas, 20 years ago, and then I want to see where they're at now.
There's probably something we ain't heard about. We won't hear about it till it's too late to buy in on them.
Well,
unless we sit there and looked at everything on the market and okay, this has potential. But
the United States printed more money in 2020 than they had the whole in the whole history of the United States combined.
I think I seen something about that the other day. It's just good Lord.
So prices aren't going to go down because they're
going to keep going up.
There's so much inflated currency in the market. I'm genuinely curious when 2-3 years from now to look back. Because inflation rises at about 1.7% per year.
Yeah, I think the Treasury or the Feds, they like to target 2% a year. And from what I read on that, they do that so that way they can devalue the national debt. It's just really.
Oh yeah, because they pay less money because of.
Exactly.
But I mean, honestly, if you think about the national debt, a lot of times you'd figure that they're in debt to us, the United States people.
It's foreign.
You think it's all foreign?
No, I'd say not all of it. There's probably a certain percentage of this. And you got, what's the other ones? Treasury bonds into that. There's There's more than one thing they're dead on.
Oh, absolutely. But
Mm-hmm.
every time, like that one, like the United States didn't make what $1.6 trillion, whatever this new stimulus bill is,
Yeah, something like
last
that.
year in GDP. There ain't no way.
There ain't
Country
no,
would
there ain't
shut
no
down for half
telling.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
where are they going to get this money? They're borrowing it from us, you know.
Insert higher taxes here.
Yep, and so they're borrowing it for us and then taxing us harder because they took all the money
Mm-hmm.
because they borrow from the banks and the national banks and fuck they probably borrow from the World Bank, you know.
Mm-hmm. I seen today Biden was out there getting ready to do that $50,000 student loan relief package thing. He's like, man, all I see is higher taxes.
You said 50 grand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was either Biden and Schumer where I seen them talking about it. Man, you gotta be kidding me.
That's a lot, bro.
Uh-huh.
50 grand, bro.
I guess everybody else can just go fuck themselves.
Bro, give me 50. I bet you I turn 50 grand into a lot better, you know,
Mm-hmm.
product than what
Oh, and then college could ever give
than
you.
what a college kid would.
Mm-hmm.
Even with like I my lab teacher's assistant TA,
Mm-hmm.
he he's been in college for 7 years, and I asked him straight up. I said, "Is it worth it? Is it worth spending all this time and all this money to do this? I mean, like you're literally here teaching a chemistry class.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're 26 years old. I'm 24 years old. The next oldest person in here is 19. So I'm closer to your age than what these people are. Is it worth
Mm-hmm.
it? I told him that. Like those are the words that came out my mouth.
Uh-huh.
I said, is it worth it? And he's like, yeah, you know, like I just don't think about the debt until because he don't have
Mm-hmm.
as long as he's going to school, he don't have to pay it.
Yep. And he can't give you an answer because like you've been all around the block before you even went to college. So it's like you're like, okay, this is a joke.
Mm-hmm.
As our old boy, he's been in school his whole life. He got out of high school
And
after
went
spent
straight to school.
18 went to more school.
And
So he don't know anything else. That's probably
yeah,
what he's still doing there. He just don't realize it.
I mean that's just like, and then you have to have a certain personality to be able to like be in school and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have that personality. I don't have that
Oh, I know. I don't.
I mean, I have like I can sit and like talk my way
Uh
through a
huh.
class, and if I'm engaged enough, because I like engaging with people, like
Mm-hmm.
I find real enjoyment out of that. And but when it comes to you know these these individuals in these schools, man, it's like I really genuinely hope that they they decide they're like, hey, I'm making a big mistake
Mm-hmm.
being here. You
Mm-hmm.
know, let me go do
Let me go
something
do something else. But
because
then they probably think, oh, what are my parents going to think? They're going to disown me if I leave school. You got that aspect of it too.
and and it sucks too because they make it to where it's hard to figure out. Like for example, I wanted a biology degree to start out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they threw me into biology, and then I realized I'm like, dude, I don't like this sucks.
This ain't it.
Like there's nothing enjoyable about this at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want passionate people in your workforce. You want
Mm-hmm.
people to be productive. Like they teach anti-productiveness because they don't teach problem solving.
Uh-huh.
They just teach read this book, and go about your day. Read the
Like at work, if
toolkit.
we run it like where I work at, if we got problems, we gonna figure it out one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
There's always way if something don't fit, it's gonna fit. Don't ask how I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna fit.
In your trade school, what was that? What was that like? How did that contrast with like high school that you remember?
Well, you talking about the weld when I did welding in high school, or
No, no, just like
fit?
your high school education compared to the education at the trade school,
Well, from high school to
or even
man,
your
it's
Marine
be
Corps school.
uh, I mean, like not even trade school. It was all hands on for us. We were out there welding on crap for 4 days, if not 5 days a week, and we have a day in the classroom
Mm-hmm.
doing just miscellaneous stuff or whatever the curriculum calls for.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were in the schoolhouse in the Marine Corps, we were what classroom what a day or two a week, and we're always out doing something the rest of the time. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's been a hot minute. So,
Yeah. So.
and if you look at like the trade school, what we're doing in the trade school compared to what I'm doing now, the trade school is like, okay, what I go do that for? Over and learn the basics.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you learn more on the job.
Right, because
When you
every
get in
job
trade
is different.
school, yeah, everything's different. I could go find a different job and learn a whole different part of a welding field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
How many different parts of the welding field are there?
man, you can get into the nuclear side. You got your sanitary side, which is like be like your stainless piping for like the food industry, hospitals, and you got me, which is more like I guess industrial manufacturing, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your pipeline guys, rip, bye bye Keystone, rip, deuces. You got them dudes. You got the dudes that go on shutdowns to the power plants and stuff. You got all your boiler makers. You got your pipe fitters. Man, there's some more stuff. You can sit here and go on for days. You got aerospace industry. I mean,
So do you think that it would be something that you'd recommend to a young adult to look into?
yeah, sure. Because if you don't want to go sit in college, you don't have to make a living somehow. College ain't for everybody. I mean, you make good money doing it. So I mean, why wouldn't you want to go make good money?
Absolutely. I definitely agree with you. I think that like I loved my time in the Marine Corps,
Mm-hmm.
but I got poisoned. I developed a stomach disease and I couldn't PT the same way that I wanted to and needed to because my blood pressure was 158 over 110,
Mm-hmm.
So like I couldn't do it. I felt like I was dying,
Mm-hmm.
And and I was unfortunately I had to get out and I mean, I honestly treasure every moment that I spent there.
Mm-hmm.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. And
Yeah, it's all funny now that you look at it. It's like, man, that was actually kind of fun, even though it sucked.
and I recommend every young. See, I can't speak for women because I'm not a woman, um, or anything else for that matter. I'm a man, so um, I speak for all young men when I say that if you don't know what you want to do, go join the military. You don't have to be a Marine. I mean, because that's a
Get
whole
out,
another level.
go do something, experience the world before you go spend however much money it is on college, out tens of thousands.
Because I
And
don't,
go see the world.
I haven't paid a dime for college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe that time you get out the military, you be like, hey, got this GI Bill. I know what I want to do now, or at least have an idea.
hmm And you're so far ahead, like personally, leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to your community college or whatever, your 2-year university, you get your associates in whatever, and then move on to these big universities
Mm-hmm.
because these big universities don't care about you. Oh, they do
Nope.
not care.
I mean, shit, if you get lucky, if you are still active duty, you should get on that tuition assistance,
Hmm.
start knocking it out then. But shit, we never had time for that crap. We were always out in the field doing whatever the hell we.
And that's where you belong when you're in the
Mm-hmm.
Marine Corps. I mean,
Uh.
if you're an engineer, to all the engineers out there, um, yeah, to all our engineers out there, hey, shout out, you belong in the field.
mm,
Keep grinding in the field. Keep up the
shit,
hard
that's where
work.
we stayed.
Keep up the hard work. Every single last one of you, past, present, future. Keep up the hard work. We're proud of
Mm,
you and thank you for your service. Every last one of you. And
yep.
that goes for any branch, you know.
Mm,
Any branch. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your time because you don't never get that part of your life back.
yeah, that's 4 years.
Hmm. And that's 4 years of your youth, your prime.
Uh, what I'd say what average would be like 18 to what 22
I went in
roughly.
I went in at I went in at 19 and got out at 20, 23.
Yeah, 18 and 22.
Mhm. I mean, and for everybody that stays in, thank you,
Mm,
Some of us can't do it.
yeah.
But, to wrap up this episode, we just wanted to say obviously thank you to, just as we just said, thank you to everybody who served. Thank you to all of our supporters for the Frag and Gill podcast,
Mm,
from our family, our friends, our Patreon subscribers. Thank you. We're gonna keep grinding, pumping out this content for you, pumping out this
yep.
entertainment for all y'all, so y'all can be entertained and watch our journey and watch us become successful and one day Gil won't be welding and one day I won't be sitting in college complaining
Yep.
anymore and we're gonna be successful. We're gonna be writing books. We're gonna be making sure that everybody who's ever been good to us and taken care of us is gonna be taken care of. Ain't that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So until next time, I'm
Uh,
Frag.
and I'm Gil. And deuces.
Deuces.